And I hope everybody is keeping well, keeping safe, and is everybody in good form. Hopefully nobody is getting pissed off at home. If you are, we've loads to cheer you up today because we have a couple of giveaways. So make sure that you click share, get the word out there, and let's build up a little bit of an audience here today. So yesterday I popped on and I said that we're probably going to do a little bit of Valentines, and we are. Now I have absolutely loads in my head. I've loads of containers and I've loads of ideas that I want to do for Valentines. Just haven't got enough time, and otherwise I'd have to keep you on live here all day. Now I know some of you would probably say, God, yeah, that'd be great, but listen, we have work to do here. So what I'm going to try and do is come on a couple of times, maybe a little bit extra, and show you a few little extra things. So let's get involved. Who is watching? Go and introduce yourself there. Let's know who's watching. Where are you watching from? What part of the world? Have we anybody outside Ireland there? So let's know who's watching outside Ireland, and in Ireland of course as well. And how are you all keeping, and what's the weather like? So I'm going to give you the weather for Dublin. This morning was a frosty, nippy, chill in the air. You needed the kettle on the windscreen of the car. Did you have to defrost your car this morning, Deirdre?
Yes.
So I only had to walk across the road, so I was grand. But it was definitely, the kettle of water was out this morning, defrosting all the windscreens. So how are we going, Deirdre? Anybody watching?
We've loads of people watching in. Facebook is actually really busy at the moment. I'm only actually seeing, I'm going to go on to, oh, somebody's saying good morning there now. I can't see the comments on Facebook at the moment. I'm going to bring it up on the laptop.
So start commenting, because otherwise we don't know. Are we talking to ourselves, or are we talking to a ring light?
Ah, now they're all commenting
Brilliant,
now.
brilliant.
So
and
we've...
YouTube, like, listen, you can comment too. Give us a few little thumbs up
Oh,
there. Share the love, and on Instagram I want to see all them hearts flying. We're going to be getting into the Valentine humour.
Okay, so over on Instagram, oh, Jenny Bombenny's over on Instagram.
Jenny,
she's watching it from Drimna. Good
Miles
morning.
away, all the way up. West Dublin.
It might as well be miles away.
Might be miles away.
Perfect Petals is watching in from County Derry.
Hey, I think that's Angela. I think it is.
Who else have we got? IS Flowerstry is watching it from Southampton over on Instagram.
Hi, IS.
On
I got
Facebook.
a new brochure yesterday, actually.
No, that's IS Flowers. She thinks it's a flower shop.
Flower
It does
shop.
IS Sundries.
Okay, IS Sundries. I got your new brochure yesterday. What's happening?
Anna O'Brien, okay, and I think she deserves a prize for this. Anna O'Brien says, good morning, girls. I'm listening on my earphones while we're on Zoom for senior infants.
Couple of little highlighter pens going out to you, Anna O'Brien there. Listen, who's doing the homeschooling? Who's absolutely fecking cracking up homeschooling at home? Any of the kids there, if you want a highlighter pen there for them, comment underneath and then we'll organise to get your address. These are brilliant. Sure, first of all, they're in the shape of a flower, so of course they're brilliant. You have all your different colours, and they're also logoed Case Flower School. So if you want to keep the kids happy, and if you've no gold stars, you can draw an orange star or a pink star or a blue star or whatever. They're brilliant. So if anybody would like one that's homeschooling there, comment underneath and we can get one out to you. So we've had a couple of, we've actually had loads of things sent into us this week, but again, we're restricted for time. So I've one prize for Instagram, so we'll come back to that in a few minutes, and we have one prize giveaway to give away on Facebook. So Rona Cullihan, Deirdre would have worked with Rona a good few years ago, wasn't it?
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
And Rona is absolutely gas. She has a couple of pages on Facebook, Instagram, and her her TikTok page is just mad. Now, if Rona is watching, she might put all the
She is watching on Instagram at the moment.
But she's a makeup artist, and she's absolutely amazing. She is, especially for brides. But she's also a wedding celebrant as well. So she can literally bang the makeup on you, and she can marry you all in the one go. But what she's doing now, she's doing loads of different things. Her speciality at the moment is, years and years ago, she did work, and probably still works with the Marie Keating, with cancer patients, etc. And she has brought out a special skincare range specifically for people that are going through cancer, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, etc. Now, Deirdre's going to give you a bit more information. I'll open up the box.
Okay.
Now, this box is going out as a prize to somebody, and what have they got to do?
What they have to do is they have to go over to Journey Skincare and Beauty's Facebook page.
Okay, so this is Facebook, okay? She is on Instagram as well, but I've just got the one prize to give away on Facebook. So listen, the Instagram, we'll use tag her as well, because I'm going to have something for you in a little while, okay?
Okay.
Say the page again.
So Journey Skincare and Beauty on Facebook, on Instagram as well, is Rona's page. So it's an amazing skincare range, and it's actually not just for cancer patients. It's for anybody who suffers with extremely dry skin. But one of the side effects of chemotherapy is that your skin turns into cardboard. It gets really, really dry. And I know for me personally, it never got oily again, which is probably one good thing. Because
you said you got rid of all your spots.
I got rid of all my spots. I never got spots again. But this range, it's completely natural. It's all organic, essential oils. I actually used this before Rona even launched the product. She sent it to me. She says, will you try this out? It is
Are you a blogger now, are you? An influencer?
No, I'm not. Well, it's absolutely amazing.
I've seen Rona demonstrate using that cleansing oil.
Yeah.
You know, I have oily skin. And this is a kind of I'm as blind as
So it's not something for
skin
teenagers, unless you have a teenager with really dry skin. But if you're sort of 35, 40 plus and your skin is drying out, this is definitely... Go on, open it. I wanted to keep this.
Now, this is all going back in the box and this will be gone as a surprise, you know, that way. And my hands are sterilised just for anybody that's going to get and say, oh God, she's at handling all this. I'll try and open it as neat as anything. But I know what's in the packet. Will I bother opening it?
No, don't leave it there.
Right, so you tell them what's in the packet.
What's in the packet is these amazing eyelashes. Now these nearly didn't go into the packet.
So you wanted to keep these. So I only put the two little things back into the box.
Hint, Rona. I really like these eyelashes because I've seen them on our page and I've seen all the bloggers that have been using them. And the eyeliner is actually the magnetic part of it.
It's not bad.
They look so easy for to stick
you know when
on.
you see people doing, I can't do it. You know when they do like the eyeliner but see when there's magnetic in the eyeliner and then the eyelashes just stick to it and there's two pairs in it.
Oh, that's right, there is,
Two pairs in it. You could have took one pair out and you wouldn't know. But listen, we're not going to do that. We're going to put everything back in the box nicely. I might get the bow on as neat. The packaging and all is lovely on the box. This is exactly how it came. All the leaflets, I'm going to put all back in the box. And what we wanted to do, so this is on Facebook. I've only got the one prize, but Instagram, please tag Rona's page as well. What's it called again there, Deirdre?
Journey Skincare and Beauty.
So tag her there, and how are we going to pick it? How are we going to pick?
Rona's going to pick.
Rona's going to pick, right, that's grand, okay.
So Rona's going to pick the winner on the Facebook page, probably tomorrow or over the weekend.
Over the weekend, yeah.
And she'll let us know who we're going to send this to.
And then I'll just stick the new name and address on the front, and I'm going to post that out to somebody. And as I said, it doesn't have to be somebody going through cancer, but wouldn't it be a gorgeous prize if you do know somebody going through cancer? Wouldn't that just be a gorgeous prize to give them? Why don't you tag them, you know what I mean? And then they could also follow Rona's page. Whatever.
So comment on her latest post on Facebook and tag us in it as well. We'd love to see how many people have commented.
Now, today we're all talking about roses, okay? Because we're going to be getting in the humour of Valentine's Day. And I know Valentine's Day is still a little bit away, but like you want to start planning what you're going to do. And maybe if you get roses and you want to maybe do something with the roses yourself, or if, say, we do have a lot of flower shops watching us and a lot of flower studios watch us, and they're always asking us, have you got any ideas for Valentine's Day? So absolutely tons of ideas. So first of all, I just want to talk about the roses. So if you've followed me before, you know we're absolutely mad here about the red Naomi roses. So these are the red Naomi roses. And this variety is called Wild West, okay? So it's kind of wrote on the package there. But aren't they just stunning, okay? So I have done a lot of videos all about treatment of roses and I'll be posting them over the next few weeks. But just again, just to give you a few kind of like little tips yourself. So when the flowers come in, they always come in wrapped in plastic. Remove the plastic because that allows the ethylene gas to escape. Now, I did have a bin, and I actually do have a bin. I was embarrassed yesterday. Deirdre kind of gave away. If you're over on the Case Flower Fun Group page, you'll see the way I keep saying to the camera, and I'm putting it into the bin here, and so I'm throwing it all on the floor. But I actually have got a bin here today. It could be elastic band, because you do find that the elastic bands are tight around the end of the stems, it is inclined to stop the water going up the stem. Now the next thing that you need to go on.
Paul Life at number 2 says full-time influencer.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hashtag ADHD. So everybody should invest in one of these stem strippers. These are just amazing, these stem strippers. We have them for sale on our website, flowerschoolisland.com, and they're under the Flower Sundays.
And they're actually going up in price at the weekend because the new ones we've ordered are more expensive because of
Brexit.
Brexit.
So if you want one, go on today before Deirdre gets a chance to go on and puts the price up on them. So they're stem strippers, and what they do is they literally remove the leaves, okay, get off there, and end of the thorns, like the tip of the thorn, without actually damaging the stems. So anybody that has a job in a flower shop or that's getting a job in a flower shop over Valentine's Day, one of the first jobs you will be given is to strip down all the roses. And you'll either be there with your finger and thumb trying to pick them all off, or you'll be there with your scissors trying to scratch them and you're going to damage the stem. Go and buy yourself one of these. Look how easy it is. So you literally just go along and you strip them all down, and that's your roses stripped down. So I'm going to pretend I've done them all because we don't spend too long doing this. The next thing that I recommend with your roses, and this is for anybody that's buying them in commercially, is put all the heads together. And what a lot of shops do, because they would be making bouquets up maybe in half dozen roses or dozen roses, they probably would put them in either half dozen bundles or dozen bundles just to make life easy for themselves. And get a sheet of brown paper. Now every shop is different, and I do understand the shops out there saying we wouldn't have the time to do that, and they would probably pack a lot of roses into a bucket tightly to support each other. But what I recommend students to do, especially when they're only starting off, sheet of brown paper, this is just recycled brown paper, and then just wrap it firmly and tightly around your bunch of roses and secure it with a little piece of sellotape, okay? Don't use newspaper because otherwise you'll have Irish Times or Sunday Business Post wrote across your roses. I'm using 2 pieces of sellotape because my hands are damp there.
Ellen just wants to know, do the strippers take off the tiny thorns as well? Yeah. Do they remove the thorns, and do they remove the thorns?
No, they don't remove the thorn completely. It just takes the spike off the top of the thorn. Where you kind of find with some of them metal stem strippers, or when people use a knife or a blade, they're taking the whole thorn off. But now this is going to sound disgusting. It's like picking a sore and leaving an open wound on your arm or your leg. Well, that's what you're doing to the flower. And if there's any bacteria at all, it'll infect the stem, and your roses are definitely not going to last as long as I would prefer them to last. So the stem stripper is just like taking the little nick off the top of it, you know what I mean? But it's not picking it off completely. That sounds disgusting, but you know what I'm talking about.
Brenda Kayla's watching. She says, the bin, Janette, it's just beside you, yeah?
Right beside me, yeah. A real bin today, Brenda, absolutely real bin today. So this is what we do to support the roses while they have the first string. Then what we do is we cut at least 1 inch off the end of them on a 45-degree angle. When you cut on a 45-degree angle, you make a bigger hole in the end of the stem than if you just cut straight across. And then some shops use quick dip to get rid of airlocks. Some shops use boiling water. Some shops do absolutely nothing. They just put them straight into the bucket of water with the bucket that has been sterilised. And I have lots of videos. I'm not going to spend time today talking about it, but I have lots of videos that I'm going to post over the next few days. So watch out for them, about sterilising your buckets and vases for Valentine's Day, about adding the flower food in. And I would leave the paper on for at least an hour while they have their first string. So you can understand in shops when they have thousands of roses, they wouldn't have time to do this. And then in an hour, you know the way, you can take off the paper, and it just means they've just had that little support while they have their first string.
Okay? Janette, they're very slow about sharing.
Okay, listen girls, start clicking share, because now I'm going to talk about our next prize, or what we're going to come off.
No, we're just going to come off, yeah?
Do what we did last Monday. Last Monday I really pissed you off altogether, didn't I? I was on here on last Tuesday morning I was on here talking away, all by thinking I was talking to my bloom room, and then I suddenly realised I was in the wrong group, you know the way, so I suddenly came off, and I think everybody was having a heart attack. So listen, you all went mad about the hat boxes yesterday. I got more messages asking me about where did I get the hat boxes, you know that way. So obviously we've bought these in the flower wholesalers, you know that way, and the wholesalers are strictly trade only. There's minimum amounts you have to buy, and there's also minimum amounts that you have to spend. So other than that, maybe go into your local florist and see can you buy a hat box from them. Maybe if there's any flower shops watching there, they might tag themselves and let us know that they're selling the hat boxes. So this was another prize. Now I've been waiting on this to come all week. Now, if you're on a diet, and it's not called a diet anymore,
no.
It's called healthy eating, okay? So if you're into the healthy eating, maybe look away. And this is a prize.
Enter Rona's prize.
Yeah, you just go and you tag yourself on the Journey Skincare, right? This is from a company called Outdoor, right? So when you look at it, to me it looks like Alpes Door, okay? And their Instagram page, so this is the price for Instagram, and you're going to have to tag these, okay? So ALPESDOR, and it's 1985. That must have been the year he was born, I'd say.
Maybe so. He's watching at the moment, so.
Michael Donovan,
I think.
And maybe Michael, I haven't got your phone number handy. I will post it in the comments later on. But you listen, Michael, you're doing nothing at home.
And Michael's actually watching on Facebook at the moment, so you might tag your page on Facebook.
Tag it on Facebook and then pop over to Instagram. But he sent us out 3 boxes of these chocolates. Now he said 2 was to give away and 1 was to keep. But listen, we're giving the 3 of them away. Not going to give them all away today.
We're going to give 1 on Instagram as well.
Yeah,
Or not YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, we just do 1 today because I've only got 1 idea and I want to make more ideas, you know, that way. So as I said, I've loads of Valentine's ideas to do. So if I give away all the chocolates today, I'll have none for the other ideas that I want to show you. So I'm just going to give 1 away today on Instagram, okay? So all the Instagram ones, what I need you to do is tag this company, Alpstore, ALPESDOR, and pop up, don't go now, stay here, right? Pop over to their page later on, follow their page, and then tag us, you know, that way. You can tag somebody else who you think might like a box of chocolates. And I'm going to leave it to Michael to pick a winner. We won't get involved. And we'll leave it till Monday, okay? So just that we can share it over the weekend as well. But listen, next week I'm going to be back on again and I'm going to have more chocolates because there's a big bag of these as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, did you not see them? But I have some fabulous ideas for using these in flower arrangements as well. So I don't want to give everything away or I won't have anything for my other ideas. So there's 1 of them going away today. There's 3 of them. Was 3 of them in the box. But what I did to 1 of them, you know me with the waxing sticks, okay? So your lollipop sticks, your kebab sticks, but in our case we use the waxing sticks. So you can see that I've sellotaped 2 waxing sticks to the back of the box of chocolates, okay? And this is how I'm going to include them in my hat box arrangement. And also he sent us out some nice bags. I suppose we could put the loose chocolates into them. And then that's the lid of the hat box, okay? So you can see at the back of the lid, I've also put 2 of the waxing sticks. Now normally I'd say to the viewer that's at this stage, go to your local beauticians and when you're getting the legs waxed and all the bits and bobs, whatever, ask for a few spare waxing sticks. But sure, all these places are closed at the moment. But maybe you could buy them online.
You know, your butchers would have the kebab sticks.
Actually, yeah, the butcher would have the kebab sticks. They would do the exact same job. You might just have to use extra ones, you know, the way where 2 of them probably wouldn't be enough. And I'm sure in the supermarkets, I know it's not barbecue season, but they'll have like maybe the barbecue sticks. Again, if anybody watching there has great ideas, post them in the comments below. And I know if these are in deals, number 2, Paul at number 2, he'll have found them in deals and he'll post them up for us. So that's how I prepared my box of chocolates, okay? And then I have my hat box and I have my bulb bowls. Now again, if you follow me, I'm mad about bulb bowls. I think they're one of the best container that you can buy. And the half a block of Oasis, which I've soaked already, fits down perfect into it.
Sarah Brassel says, Mr. Price have big lollipop sticks in the kids' craft section.
Brilliant. Thanks a million, Sarah. So Sarah Brassel, I know, is a school teacher in the presentation up in Terranure. So thanks a million for that. So Mr. Price in the arts and crafts section, okay? You'll get the big lollipop sticks.
Bloom and Marvellous Reed says, do butchers do waxing as well?
Oh, absolutely. Our butcher does anyway. A roast chicken and a bit extra. So here we have our half block of Oasis strapped in with a little bit of anchor tape. You could use sellotape if you're doing this at home. Now these hat boxes were a little bit deep. I'll just show you there. So can you see to reach down in it? Now I could have done it. I could have like cut the flowers longer and so on. But I decided not to. I decided to get some dry Oasis, cut it into wedgies. You know the way you hear me talking about wedgies. But you know what would be brilliant for in the end of this? Styrofoam. So just put some styrofoam, you know, that way, or anything at all.
Or do you know another bulb bowl turned upside down?
Yeah, it would be expensive. A bulb bowl turned upside down or a posy dish. Posy dish wouldn't be too expensive. Like anything at all that you got for nothing. Do you know what? When you ate the box of chocolates, Michael, have you any empty boxes of the chocolates? So no doubt we'll have 3 empty boxes in a little while. You know, something like that, anything at all, a large box of matches, an empty box of matches, obviously. You know, something like a little bit of cardboard, just to give you an extra bit of height. And that's what I did in the end of that, so that when I put my bulb bowl in, it's not as far down, to see, in the box. And with this box, the little handles came separately, and I just kind of inserted them in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my lid. I'm going to work this kind of on an angle first, and I'm going to sit my lid. So you can see now where the kebab sticks or your lollipop sticks, you see they're going to work out for us there. I'll put a bit of green in to hide that afterwards, so don't panic. And then I'm going to do the box of chocolates slightly on an angle going the opposite way. So there we go, so go down there. Just spray that with a little unbalance for me there, so that's working well. Now I have another idea, okay? So I have some bear grass. So what you need is your bear grass and you need some wires, okay? So get your bear grass, as much or as little of it as you want. Remember, never take the elastic band off the bear grass, just pull out what you need and leave the rest of it tied together. So I'm going to get the very, very tippy tops, and I'm going to lose a few of the shorter ones, but I'll use them in something else later on. So get the very tippy tip tops of the bear grass, okay? And I'm going to wrap a wire around them. Any wire at all, just to kind of hold that in place, okay? And then I'm going to come down to the end of it. As I said, there's a few little straggly ones here, and I may have to cut out a few of them. So I'm going to come down here now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this in half. Sorry, I'm thinking of something else and I'm talking at the same time. So I'm going to split this in half. Okay, I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter. And what I'm going to do with both halves here is I'm going to wire them. So I'm just making kind of like our little hairpin band. Wrap it around. I'm going to cut the wire off again. And then with our other side,
Geraldine, just you keep going there. Yeah. Geraldine, a great idea. An empty Connacht Gold or Dairy Gold box. Or...
Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what's even nicer? I'm not into that Connacht Gold butter. And if Darrell is watching from Sligo, he'd be having an absolute heart attack. He thinks there's nothing like Connacht Gold. But I love the Kerrygold spreadable butter. Now, I do love the Kerrygold real butter, but you know the way you eat it like cheese. So can you see what I'm doing here is I'm now going to make a little heart shape. So I'm catching that there, and I'm catching that there. And as I said, I'll have a few little straggly ones that I'll have to kind of like pull back out again. Right, so we put that one over that side. This is
live TV, isn't it?
Live TV. Things don't go as smooth as you hope that they go. Get out there, you little fecker, yeah?
That's it.
There we go. I'm going to do it on the table. And I have one done in the oven anyway, because I kind of guess I might have a problem with this on live TV. Right, yeah. Give us the one I had done already. Because I prepared one in the oven in case that happened. So it did take a little bit of messing around, and that's what I'm saying, that's where I'm going to cut out our little straggly bits, and it's all wired together at the end. So that was kind of the chunk, and then that was that half, and that was that half. And it just
I think with that one you started at the bottom and brought the top down.
Why didn't you tell me that? So what I'm going to do is just in front of the chocolates is I'm going to put in the little heart of bear grass, and doesn't that look gorgeous already? So next what I'm going to do is cut up some little bits of greenery. Now we've loads of greenery here at the school, and I have some of the black pittosporum and some of the silver Sussex. So that's the black pittosporum, and I've little bits of silver Sussex. But listen, any bits of greenery out of your own garden. And what I'm going to do is down here kind of like low, trailing a little bit over the sides, I'm just going to add in, you can see how easy that is there, is fill in with little bits of foliage. As I said, ivy out of the garden would be absolutely fabulous. Now remember, I want you to be clicking share for me here, okay? So click share, let's build up the audience, okay? If you're over on Instagram, I want you to tag the company so you'll be in with a chance of winning the box of chocolates. So Alpstore, ALPESTOR, and I think it's 1985 is the Instagram page. And again, Michael is watching there himself, so he might actually tag them. Our Sinead, our sister, Sinead, are you on live there?
Yes,
she is.
There, yeah.
And she'll do a little bit of tagging there. And what we want you to do is pop over to Michael's page, right? And you can tag us over there, Kay's Flower School. But what you can also do is tag maybe somebody else, because the idea is to kind of like build up an audience for him, get him a few extra followers. Not that we have loads of followers, you know that way, but we've a bit more than him.
Okay, I'm just over on YouTube looking at the comments. Okay, Amanda from North Carolina is on, and she says that you made her gorgeous wreaths happen. She looked at hundreds of videos on her YouTube, and she was really helpful with the bows, and thanks so much.
Oh, excellent. That's lovely. Thanks a million. Make sure you tag us and share us over there in North Carolina. Were you the girl that ordered the apron? I know there's an apron and a stem stripper going to North Carolina this morning,
okay,
so
right.
I'm not sure, was that yourself? I can't remember the name. I wrote the envelope this morning.
Aspect of Living on YouTube says, Helen from Kent, re your fringe. You need the hairdresser's tinning scissors. They do the job very well.
Fringe gate. It wasn't as bad this morning. I think after sleeping on it last night, it wasn't as
chopped.
The Queen's Gambit, like looking at it all yesterday, it was a bloody state. But sure, listen, it gave us all a bit of a laugh, didn't it? And gave me something to talk about.
Just on Instagram, a lot of people are tagging Outdoor on Instagram, which is great, but you need to go to win the chocolates.
Yeah, to win the chocolates. But don't go over yet. You can pop over to their page afterwards, and you can give him a follow. You can kind of maybe tag a few of your friends so that if you, like, give him a few more followers, okay? And and then we'll be, and make sure you say something nice. His name is Michael, okay? So it's Michael who's picking the winner, not me. So we're not going to be getting involved here. So it'll be Michael who pick the winner, and we're not going to pick it till Monday. And I have the chocolates here, and I'll post them out to you.
Okay, TJ Mataji is hi from New Zealand. Love your videos, but love your colourful vocabulary more.
So listen, you learn all types of language here at Case Flower School. The next thing I have here are, you know me for a bit of bling. I love me bling, okay? So here we have some little diamond pins. So they're just little straight pins and they have a little diamond on top. Now again, your local flower shop will have these for sale, but you know where you would buy them is in a fabric shop, you know the way. So Home Focus or Hickeys, and I'm sure it's something you could Google and you could buy online as well. So maybe somebody might tag a company, somebody might Google, you can do it afterwards, you know the way, and you might tag a few companies for us. Because what I am going to do is show you, I'm going to use 6 roses. It's just in the centre of the rose, is you can just put the little diamond pin, you see just down into the centre, it just barely grips the rose, it's not
just
going
bring
to
it in a little bit closer to the, yeah, that's it, yeah, perfect, yeah.
And have I done it to the 6 of them there, to do it to that one there as well. So there you go, see I've done a few of them already, and it just adds, like if she's not getting the real sparkler, this will be a little bit of sparkler
compensation.
For her. Because you know there's a few fellas out there and they're a little bit allergic to the sparkle. Will we name anybody? I know a cousin of mine who's allergic to the sparkler. If anybody is watching and you know what I'm talking about,
tag
feel free to share. Tag them there. Polly. So what I'm going to do is just with our 6 little roses, we're just going to just cut them short, cut them on a slant. I'll just put one in for the moment just to show you. I don't even know whether these roses are so big and they're so gorgeous, even to fit the 6 of them in. But I will, I'll come around the side of the heart over here. I'm going to add a second one in case she's peeping in the window, looking for her sparkler.
Yeah.
Can you see the way she'll be looking around over there? And then we can add in a third one. Like there's no particular system, do you know the way? It's just kind of like adding in our roses. We'll bring a 4th one just a little bit more forward. I've no particular pattern, as I said, for doing this. I'm going to try and get the 6 roses into it, so you can see where I'm going to try and get the other 2 in.
Amanda says, please come to South Africa and do a flower course. We'd love to have you and your sister.
Absolutely, yeah. You're going to put me up when I get over there. Love to go to South Africa. Actually, our sister Janette, who's in the who's on the admin there, she went over to South Africa.
She did, she worked over there.
She worked over there, so when she was doing her floristry and horticulture, part of her work experience was to go abroad, and she went to Scotland first, and then she actually went to South Africa and she worked over there. So I think it was Johannesburg, was it? I can't remember.
Yeah.
She's watching, she'll tell us anyway. So there we go. There's our 6 little roses. You see, just added in, and one peeping around the corner.
I actually think that was back too far, to be honest with you.
Back too far.
Yeah, I think bring it forward a little bit, yeah.
Okay, yes boss, there we go. Yeah, it actually does look nicer. Do you know, you're not bad, like,
No.
you know that way. You do know a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
better, yeah.
And I think then the next thing is a little bit of jip. Now, some people love jip, other people are not mad about it. I love it, and I always think roses kind of like add themselves, lend themselves to a little bit of jip coming in between it.
Trish kind of says you can't share on Instagram. You can't at the moment, Trisha, but once, hopefully I don't feck up like I did last week, when it's on IGTV, you can share it then. So
Yes,
when
so-
this is finished, it'll go to IGTV.
And we'll be going back in checking to see, did you share? You know, that way, so we'll be checking. You won't be getting the chocolates eaten, just to show you so far.
Somebody wants to know, where did you get the box?
Got
did
that
you...
in the flower wholesalers, and as I was just saying there earlier on, unless you're actually in the trade, it's a little bit awkward to try and buy them from the wholesalers, but most flower shops will get them in for you. And there's a lot of flower shops watching here. I know Bala Flowers over in Gaul in Mayo watches, and she sells them chocolates, by the way, and I'm sure she'd get them in for you if you wanted.
A lot of flower shops have them, yeah.
Kerry down in Kilkenny,
Waterford.
Bridget Below. So if there's any other flower shops watching and you're selling
Hamlet in Cork.
Hamlet in Cork, Absolute Flowers. Bella Botanica the other day, she was saying, so any of these businesses, they will sell them for you. If you're watching, please tag yourselves, make yourself available, that you'll post them out to them, and just make life easy for me. It'd be absolutely great. So I'm just adding in, come on.
Somebody just wants to know, what type of roses are they?
So they're the Red Naomi Rose, and they're the Wild West Red Naomi Rose. And you can see, like, they don't really need anything else. They're just so nice as they are. They're absolutely fabulous. They are a little bit more expensive than your normal roses, but I actually think they're worth the money. They last for ages. Like you were saying, Deirdre, you gave some to your mum-in-law.
Yeah, at Christmas, and she had them in the hall. So the hall wouldn't be the warmest room in the house. And as true as God, after the new year, they were still standing perfect.
Yeah, like
they
once you treat them.
Yeah, they were absolutely beautiful. I couldn't get over how long they lasted.
Yeah, when you go,
You get what you pay for. A little bit of jip at the behind that rose. Yeah.
This morning, Deirdre,
Queenstown is where Sinead was in South Africa.
Thanks a million. So that girl is watching from South Africa. Are you near Queenstown? South Africa's huge.
I know.
So listen, gives us something to talk about, doesn't it?
That's it.
So how are we going with the sharing, Deirdre?
Oh Jesus, I'm only looking at the Facebook numbers. We're up over 311, 15, 315 on Facebook.
So remember, we're going to have chocolates to give away on Facebook next week. As I said, I have loads more ideas. I have loads more kind of gimmicks and stuff that I want to do for Valentine's Day, and I don't want to give all the chocolates away yet.
Just to show the Journey skincare range.
Okay.
And if you want to learn, see how to win it, go back to the beginning of the video.
Yeah, so anybody that's joined us late, this is one of the prizes that we're giving away at the very beginning of the video. When we post this, you'll be able to watch it. So again, it's a Journey skincare and beauty range. It's specific, well, not specifically, but it is ideal for somebody. If you know anybody that's going through cancer treatment at the moment or radiotherapy and their skin is extremely dry, this has no chemicals, no perfumes, and there's false eyelashes that are magnetic eyelashes, and basically you don't need any lashes to stick it onto. You put on your eyeliner, which has magnetic in it, and the eyelashes just.
And I actually saw one of the girls on Rona's page who, when somebody's
Carla,
going through,
Carla McCaddy or something. She's absolutely gas on Instagram. I'm probably pronouncing it completely wrong. She's a very, very young girl that has just underwent a double mastectomy, but she is a breath of fresh air to go over and follow her. Maybe Rona, you'll actually tag her page because I'm pronouncing it wrong. Carla McCaddy or something.
but she was saying that when she had no eyelashes, and most eyelashes need eyelashes to stick onto.
Yeah.
When you had no eyelashes at all, the magnetic eyelashes were amazing.
Yeah.
So
we're going to give this away. So you have to go over to Rona's page because we're not going to get involved with picking the winners, okay? So go over to Rona's page. What's the name of the page again?
Journey Skincare.
Journey Skincare range. She's on Facebook and she's on Instagram. But this is a Facebook prize. So go over to her Facebook page, tag yourself, put a little comment up, say something nice to Rona, and she'll let us know on Monday, and I'm going to post that out to somebody. On Instagram, I'm going to post out, I have 3 boxes of chocolates, okay? But I'm just going to post out one this week. Go over to Alp's store page, and again, say something nice to Michael, because we're letting Michael pick the winner for that. And again, I'll post the chocolates out to you then on Monday. I have another 2 boxes of chocolates and a bag of chocolates, and I'll advertise them during the week because I have loads more ideas. Again, any questions in relation to the flower arrangements, because obviously I'm not well on skincare and well, I am not too bad on chocolates, but trying to stay off them at the moment. Just
now what we need is a gin company to give us a bottle to give away and a bottle for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, that would be brilliant. I thought you were going to say a gin company so that we could go and lose the weight after the chocolates. But listen, hope you enjoyed that arrangement. And again, any mums that are homeschooling, any little kids that are driving you mad, any kids that your mammy is driving you mad, if you'd like to highlight your pen, comment underneath, and we'll get you to send us an email, info@flowerschoolireland.com, and we'll stick a highlighter pen in the post to you. Module 1 is starting on the 10th of March. So our next online course, if anybody is interested, is starting on Wednesday the 10th of March. Drop us an email, info@flowerschoolireland.com. I can give you any information about funding that is available at the moment. If you have any questions at all, either comment underneath, drop us an email, and
no, I think that's all.
Otherwise, just go and have a good Friday. Listen, enjoy yourselves. There's nothing you can do. Get out for a walk. There's no point in getting depressed about it or upset about it. Make lots of friends maybe here in the group. Pop over to the K's Flowery Fun group. There's lots of people posting stuff there. It's all for fun. It's not commercial. There's no pressure on anybody. And to listen, get involved and enjoy yourselves.
Bernie just wants to know, can you spell the Alp Door page?
So ALPESDOR. And Michael said, because I actually had to message him this morning, and I said, can you send me back a voice message how you pronounce that? So you don't pronounce the S, Alpdoor, with a bit of a Swiss accent, I think, or a Belgian accent kind of thrown in there.
And again, Journey Skincare and Beauty. Somebody's asking what's the name of the page.
So Journey
Skincare and Beauty.
Yeah, I'd be mad. I can't remember everything. I'm trying to remember the flower arrangements, so I'd leave all the tagging to Deirdre. But listen, if anybody else that's watching there, tag them companies for somebody else then that they can go over. And listen, pop over and follow them, support them, and that's what it's all about. Businesses are struggling at the moment. They need as much support as they can. So listen, tag them, go over and follow them, comment on their pages, say something nice. And so listen, you know yourself, smile at somebody and the smile will come back to you. Have a great day. We're definitely going now. Off to have a cup of tea. Bye bye. See you all.